And welcome back for the thrilling conclusion of the Twilight Princess playthrough. Or, that's what I'd like to be saying, but I think we have like a few more 1,000 hours to go.
However, we did find out that if you jump off bridge, you land in water. Oh.
Well, no, not every time. It just so happened to be a lake underneath where we were jumping. Partially drained lake, but a lake nonetheless. Welcome to Lake Hylia. In better times, this was basically Hyrule's water source.
And usually tends to be guarded by Zoras, but I'm not seeing any right now. We had that sick one back in the castle town, but none to be seen around here.
Well, there's some lights here. Let's just bop on over to the shore, turn on Wolfie sensors, and hey presto, Zoras.
Oh, nice! With their new design. And also with added armor, which I think is really cool that they did that. Because, I mean, the Gorons had, like, steel-based armor, whereas the Zoras, they look like they're using shells and stuff and just crafted stuff out of that.
Yeah, it's very thematic like that. And it kind of rams home the whole Lord of the Rings parallel, with the Gorons being the dwarves and the Zoras being the sleek, sophisticated, elven-type creatures.
Are you telling me that Darbus is the king under Death Mountain?
I wasn't, but yes, because that makes me sound smart. Who is this crazy clown-like fucker?
That's Fire.
No, that's actually a man.
No, his name is Fire, F-Y-R-E.
Okay, is he related to Fyrus, the boss of the Goron Mines? Is that a Bullet Bill?
Yes!
Sweet.
Yeah, hey, totally not related to Zelda, but did you know that Bullet Bills and the under-aquatic version, the Teds, are a reference to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
I learned that slightly after Racing Song Call Me Johnny in Super Mario Galaxy, yes.
Oh. See, I tried to blow your mind, but all I did was just tread old grounds.
Well, it's fine, you do that on a regular basis. Also, this thing cool. Enemies aren't allowed to follow what Link can do.
Well, especially when they don't have a mouth. What the hell?
I'm metaphorically blowing this grass, it's fine.
It's a twilight breeze.
You won't understand. Oh, I hate the twilight form of these things.
Look at the mouth, face, visage thing! That's disturbing!
Jesus Christ. Even the guy who designed Aliens would be like, just tone it down a bit, mate. That's a bit too orifice-y for my liking. But, you have a little bit of a tidbit about this fight, don't you?
Yeah, this fight actually reveals an entirely new level of Wolflink combat. When the Bulblin is shooting arrows at you, you can actually use Wolflink's spin attack to deflect them. I had no idea, but when I found out, it was the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, we were literally watching the video for it like 2 seconds before recording. Also, if you somehow managed to get here with the ability to turn from Wolf Link to regular Link and back through the use of the Master Sword, etc., you can lure the bird. I don't know its actual name, it's kind of hard to pronounce. Fuck it, I'll just call it bird. You can lure the bird and the Bulblin into the water and drown the Bulblin.
It's hilarious.
It's pretty great.
Twilight enemies! Vicious! Musically inclined! Not very good at holding their breath! No.
No.
Midna, you don't have to dominate every creature you come across. Seriously.
She's kind of got like a master and servant fetish. Lake Hylia, out of all the places we've visited, just does not look right shining in Twilight.
It's because a lake's main color is meant to be blue. And the Twilight really fucks with it. Like, I mean, mountains and magma, they're all still red and yellow in hue, so the Twilight just sort of adds to it, almost gives it a bloom effect. The green in the forest was really disconcerting with the yellow and orange, but no, when you mix the blue...
Yeah, colour arguments, anyway. Much like how Skyward Sword would make you control some kind of flying animal through the Wii Remote, that's kind of how it works here. Obviously Skyward Sword came later, but now I'm just quibbling times and whatnot. Here, it basically follows the pointer. In Skyward Sword, moving the Wii Remote up and down would basically make your bird go up and down similarly.
Once again, just go with the more simplistic approach to motion controls. It's not the fact that the controls our motion control, it's the fact that you did motion control in a very silly way. Really? Flapping my arms? It's like swinging the Wiimotes to punch in a brawler game.
What I like about this section is, it's a really minor thing. It's all the scaffolding along the way. Like they're building some sort of house and whatnot. I don't know, it just makes the area feel that much more alive.
Sort of gives a bit of depth to the enemies too. Like they're not just mindlessly patrolling Hyrule. They're actually setting up bases.
All in all, not too bad of a section, but I can imagine a lot of people having trouble with that. It's kind of similar to the Fluzzard sections in Super Mario Galaxy 2.
I like how it ends with us going into Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. No Billy Zane on the other side though, sadly.
Couldn't you have just had the big bird thing take us all the way then? Why did it have to almost take us?
Oh shit, I have an appointment. Bye.
The bird just realized the error of its ways by helping the wolf.
A little bit of a spoiler here, but this chick and other characters, we'll see, descendants of the Fisher guy from Ocarina of Time, who I don't think we went and chatted with in the OT 3D playthrough.
No, and I was sad, because I could have told you how to catch the biggest fish.
Yes, the Hylian Loach, whatevs.
If the afros didn't tip you off, yes, this lady Iza and Koro, the guy who Tom just had to keep buying oil from, they're siblings. Siblings in Mercantile as well.
I don't know what that means.
They both run shops, dude.
Okay.
Hey guys, remember in Ocarina of Time where the Zoras were frozen in ice?
Yes, Miyamoto, or Aonuma, don't really care. We know you love reusing tropes and the like. Wish I could roll my R's to just illustrate how kind of peeved I am that you take such an iconic set piece and just use it again and not even, like, change the style of it.
Find the Zoras. I think they're in the ice.
Yeah, just look down. Where's the look down button?
But you know, Tom, this is different than Ocarina of Time, because in that one, we had to traverse across floating ice platforms. This one, we're climbing up stalactites and icicles.
That's a good point. Like the Goron Mines did, it kind of combined elements of Dodongo's Cavern and the Fire Temple. This is Zora's Domain mixed in with
Ice Cavern.
There you go, the Ice Cavern, and obviously, you know, Jabba Jabbu's place, not inside of him. Just what's the area behind the king's ass? Wait, hang on. Zora's Fountain. That's it. I just could not recall it for a second there.
This part of using Midna's Z targeting jump is really finicky for some weird reason. And every other part that you use this, it's very consistent, it's very well timed, and like you hardly have a chance of failing. But for some weird reason, this section right here, I managed to fuck up about half the time, and I don't know why.
Maybe they just wanted to add like a little bit of challenge, like, oh shit, you better right yourself, otherwise you're going all the way down.
You best check yourself before you wreck yourself on ice.
They don't even drop in via portal, they're just waiting there.
Lazy! And then also, where did the spikes come from?
Like, oh shit, we meant to load them in, better do it now.
Whoops! Just as tedious as ever.
Kinda lame, honestly. No fanfare, no applause, just, we long for the sweet embrace of death. Destroyers. Okay, now we can warp, and I know exactly where we need to go. We need something big and hot, and since Castletown is currently in Twilight, we'll go to the nearest equivalent and get something from Death Mountain.
Tom, how dare you objectify Barnes that way? Like, I get he's a great looking man, but to say he's hot!
Hey, he's in Kakariko, okay? I said Castletown.
I like when a rock can just be a Deus Ex Machina. Like, you don't even need to work all that hard, just that rock.
There's a whole lot of find thing, warp it to other place in this game, I just realized.
They had to make some use for Midna other than story, tutorial, combat. You know, she has a lot of usage. Why were there so many moments like this?
Still think that thing in the background looks like cardboard.
GameCube textures, Tom. You gotta let it go. Technology has moved on. Why can't you?
Yeah, true.
But this part is pretty bitchin' right here. However, you did miss a scene where if you use the wolf sense before bringing this rock, you actually get this really cool scene where you see all the Zoras still frozen in the ice, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's a little depressing, because they're all swimming in some sort of spiral, and they just froze in that position, almost like they were really desperately trying to escape, or they were trying to keep the water from freezing, but nope, it was futile, and now they all cold and frozen.
Yep, that was me. I did that shit. I know you can't see me, but hopefully you'll send gratitude vibes my way.
You can't see the wolf, but where did the giant hot rock go?
Finally, Furore has answered my prayers, or I guess it would be Din's, since she's red and all.
But this is Lanayru's province.
And I ain't worshipping Lanayru. I mean, granted he's a big-ass thunder dragon and that's cool, but he's no golden goddess.
This mythology is getting stupid and confusing. I want my 3 goddesses back.
Oh, here we go. What are you, the fish goddess?
Well, she's being accompanied by the Serenade of Water. I'm pretty sure you can infer what her status is.
A sage, I guess. Rutella, I can't take that name seriously because it reminds me of Nutella. Are you a chocolate spread as well?
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with the obvious. It sounds like Rudo, but no. You had to think with your stomach.
Yeah, well, that's what I do best.
This doomed place. It's covered in Twilight. I don't think it's doomed. I think it's fucked. I think it's beyond fucked, lady.
Yeah.
No, doomed would be if it was nighttime.
Doomed would be, say, a place where an entire race are not eating the food that's plainly in view.
Doomed would be the princess is missing because she got eaten by a fish.
Doomed would be an ocean which is basically filled with poisonous things. Just saying. Fuck you, Midna.
And I like how she's like, you want to go back to the light? No, Midna, because the rest of the plot is still in Twilight. Why are you trying to distract me here?
Yeah, the script can't travel from the Twilight world to the light world, so we gotta stay here for a bit longer.
It's like, at the very least, Midna, if you're gonna be sarcastic, you could be sarcastic while still pointing me in the correct direction, not trying to sidetrack me.
Right, can't you, like, use your giant hand to write a copy of the script? No, I left the stationery in the light world, don't worry like that.
Can't you use your giant hand to make a boat so we can float down the river?
Giant hand issues a middle finger right at the screen. Whee!
It would have been hilarious if that's how Midna expressed some of her emotions. Like, she's just mad at someone. And her middle finger. Like Hylia and Zora's domain still connected, although they're connected in a more reasonable fashion. Whereas in Ocarina of Time, it was just connected through an underwater tunnel. So it made really no sense how water from Zora's domain goes to the lake. But in this sense, they changed the geography, so there's actual logic behind it.
It's not just a warp tunnel this time. Come see the great light spirit. Only 2 rupees a session.
God, that's probably where Fire is getting most of his money anyways.
Yes, it's time for light book collection again.
Time for slow text exposition!
Seriously though, we're sorry we made you do this, hero of not time. We know it's boring, but there's good stuff coming, I swear.
They're not sorry in the least bit. If they were sorry, they could have at least gathered all the light bugs onto one map screen. But no, they're scattered out all across the entire province. That's not being sorry. That is reveling in my suffering.
Yeah, reveling, that's a good way of putting it. Yes, we've done it twice already.
Do you want another tutorial? No, God, no, please.
Did you mean yes?
Oh, curse you, Kaporia Gaboria menuing. I like how it's like, you know what to do, but let me vaguely recall what you're supposed to do.
But thou must. Very passive-aggressive, Spirit of Light.
This is why I want my goddesses back. They were never passive-aggressive. Hell, they never even talked to you.
They just existed, and that was it. Okay guys, see you next time for the final light book hunt.